Good evening, everyone. I want to start by, on behalf of Martha and myself, thanking Manor College for giving us the opportunity to recognize our good friends Jim and Lorraine Nevels for all that they've done in the world of higher education and in the philanthropic world generally. I have known Jim Nevels for a very long time, maybe as long as anybody in the room. We go clear back to high school together at Concordia Lutheran High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. After Jim graduated, of course, he left Indiana and went off to Bucknell University and eventually University of Pennsylvania and establishing his business in Philadelphia. Fortunately, there have been two causes in our lives which have kept us connected over time and brought us together on many occasions. The one cause, of course, is believing in a quality, affordable opportunity for education for everybody in this country, and with a particular focus on higher education for myself and the whole gamut of education for Jim Nevels. The other thing that brings us back together is another important thing in life, fly fishing. I'll come back to that later. As you all know, Jim Nevels has been very involved in higher education for most of his career. Not only has he been a trustee at Manor, but he was a trustee at Bucknell, at Berea College, at St. Joseph's University, and he was on various boards of visitors at Temple University, at the University of Pennsylvania, at Drexel University. He's given a lot to a lot of institutions. And he and I shared an experience together on the board of directors of the Association of Governing Boards of Colleges and Universities located in Washington, D.C., serving higher education generally throughout the country. As you know, Jim has also been very involved in the K through 12 world, where he was the chair of the Philadelphia School Reform Commission and other responsibilities over time as well. Jim also helped me specifically with an educational opportunity. When I was on the board of directors of the Yellowstone Park Foundation, we were looking for someone to support a program to educate youngsters from around the country about the importance of preserving our natural environment and bringing them to Yellowstone National Park to understand why that's important. And Jim was able to arrange the funding for that through the Hershey Corporation, where he was on the board of directors. I'll get back to fly fishing. We have had so many wonderful opportunities to be together at Spruce Creek at his place. Here, we were in Montana several times together to fly fish, have had trips to Canada to go fly fishing, and I have to tell you, every time we've been together fishing, Jim has caught more fish than I have. With that, I turn it to Martha for your observations.
Well, thank you. Well, one of the things I love about Jim Nevels is that he is a man of his word. And for example, I will tell you several years ago, John and I were in New York, and we went to the Sea Grill restaurant with Jim and a small group of friends. The Sea Grill restaurant is the one in Rockefeller Center that looks out on the ice skating rink. So we're sitting there enjoying our dinner, and all of a sudden Jim leans over to me and he goes, "I'll give you $500 if you go out there and skate." I smiled, looked back at him and said $1,000. And he said, "Deal." So John and I donned a pair of skates. We skated around the rink a couple times. Fortunately, we didn't fall. We came back in. Well, about 3 weeks later, I received a telephone call from Indiana University, and the individual said, "I'm calling to let you know Jim Nevels donated $1,000 in your name for our scholarship fund." So, a man who keeps his word. And talking about words, Lorraine, our friend, the author. The first time that I met her, she was so kind and giving, and she told me that she had written a book. But more importantly, she explained to me why she wrote the book. And through that discussion, I discovered a fabulous individual, caring, empathetic, sincere. And later that evening, I said to John, "That Jim Nevels is very lucky he's married to Lorraine."
Thank you, Martha. Jim and Lorraine, our wish for you is that you know how much we admire you for the support that you have given to so many important causes, and how many lives you have affected in a very positive way. We hope you know that. We hope you know that we love you and admire you And thank you for letting us be a part of this program.
Yeah, thank you.